think we all dreamt about going to space when we were kids. But when the space shuttle program ended in 2011, I discovered a void in my life. That emptiness led to a newfound obsession with space. A few years later, I wound up bidding on a Russian spacesuit as a joke. When the box arrived at my doorstep, my friends asked, "What are you gonna do with a spacesuit?" The answer? What can't I do with a spacesuit? That's how Everyday Astronaut was born. Since then, the suit hasn't left my side. It's even gone around the world with me. From remote villages in Myanmar, rockets, and spaceships. To beautiful fields in Norway.
I'm fighting a cow to get a picture right now.
Here I am on vacation in the beautiful Norway with my beautiful boyfriend.
I even proposed to my wife in the suit at Machu Picchu in Peru. These days I work with leaders in the space industry to create fun and inspirational content. I've even been invited to different NASA facilities across the country, all for the sake of sharing my excitement with the world.
Hey there, it's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but NASA is doing some incredible things. This is church for us space nerds. This is where Gene Kranz was sitting when people first met him. This is with permission. I still don't know how. I love that I'm standing on something that says urine bags. This thing's gonna fly like a cat and eat. Whatever that means. That dog's gonna have a sore throat by the end of the day, I'll tell you that. Especially once he tries to explain to his friends that he just saw an astronaut flying majestically through the sky for an hour. This thing has officially become the bane of my existence.
Everyday Astronaut's mission is to bring space down to Earth for everyday people, to communicate science through humor and imagination, but most importantly, to spark your curiosity, to want to find your place in the cosmos. Join my adventures as I seek to find out why exploring space is important, inspiring, and quite frankly, really, really neat. Show your support by visiting patreon.com/everydayastronaut.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? It's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, and I am going to try to build something sort of like SpaceX's new BFR rocket. Now, here's the deal. I like to try to keep things stock, and even though the engines and stuff will be super out of scale, and we probably won't quite be able to fit the right number of engines on and still make it functional, I think it's fun to try to keep it within the stock dimensions so other people can try and do it. But hello everybody, good afternoon for those of you in the United States, for those of you around the world, good night, good morning, whatever it may be. But thanks for joining. Let's go ahead and just pop right into this. I don't have a ton of time. I kind of was dinking around at this for just one quick second. So we're just going to see what we can do here in a short period of time. And even though we could make this easier on ourselves by, having smaller parts and larger margins. Kerbal's so easy, we don't need huge margins. What just happened to that part? Why did that disappear? So we're just going to build this real quick. How is everybody, though? Good night. Oh, man, we got people from all over. How are you guys? Thanks for stopping in already. This is great. I love that people are stoked as about BFR as I am. This is great. This makes me really happy. So we're gonna make kind of a payload bay. This is not gonna look entirely realistic, but this is like I really want to make a cargo carrying thing. I actually used to do this before they announced that it'd be cargo carrying with the mouth that opens up. I used to build something just like this for fun. But now I'm gonna try to keep more to their design language. So we're gonna see how everybody's doing. Hey, it's DeJones' birthday. Happy birthday! Now everyone's probably gonna say it's their birthday. What did I do? Minnesota. I didn't know we're neighbors, Isaac. Hello. And Poland. Awesome. Musk didn't mention a lot about Falcon Heavy. He's just seems to want to get it done, put it on the side. What are my thoughts about it? I think that they just want to get it operational at this point. That's basically what I think. I'm obviously super stoked about it. I don't know entirely, like, I don't know how long it'll operate for. I don't know how many missions it'll fly. I'm hoping that it does like more than a dozen, just so we get a cool chance to see that baby fly. But yeah, he didn't go into too much more detail about it, which was kind of surprising. So, sorry, I can't keep up with everybody's chatting here. I'm going to try to kind of stay a little bit more focused on the build this time, just so I can get this done in a timely manner. Normally I get super distracted by everybody. But lots of Netherlands people. This is great. I didn't know I love the Netherlands. I was just there for the first time last November. Man, it was awesome. Huge fan. Drove around the countryside for a while. Drove over to Germany. Just great. Just fantastic. So here's the deal. Remember how I said we don't really have the engines to make this realistic? And this is the big thing. These engines don't look anything like the vacuum Raptor engines. I don't get why the vacuum engines in this game have a smaller expansion nozzle than like a sea level engine. That doesn't make any sense. In real life, for those of you wondering, a vacuum engine has a huge nozzle. Look at the SpaceX Falcon 9. It can fit 9 sea level engines on the same diameter core as as one vacuum engine, because they let that expansion. They let the nozzle come all the way out. It extends almost those full, 3.7 meters. It's probably like 3.6 meters or whatever. And that's how you make it efficient in a vacuum. You direct that thrust very specifically one direction. So, yeah, so there we go. So what we're going to do is I think what I'm going to do, just to make it, again, this is probably the closest thing to the Raptor engine. And it's kind of cheating. I'm only putting one in. They actually will have 2 on their stage, on the upper stage. I'm gonna need your guys' help with something here. A Reliant as a vacuum engine. The only reason I really want to put something in there is I want a high thrust away, or a high specific impulse, and these Terriers definitely have that high specific impulse. So they don't look the part. Actually, this all looks basically backwards from what is real life. But sorry, we're going for function-ish, sort of, a little bit. Here we go. So I'm also going to try and do this. Check this out. I was kind of playing, like I said, I kind of played around with this a little bit earlier, but I want to make it so that we can dock with another BFR and refuel. I think that would be awesome. So we're going to do that. We're going to do just that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Now I'm going to need your guys' help on something. I still haven't found a good way. If I copy this part and flip it around so I can actually use, I don't know how to make it so the nodes on this, here, let me just show you. Like, how do I make it so these nodes on, you probably don't see what I'm pointing to, but the top of those other mini docking ports, how do I get those to line back up so I can connect them like this? Because right now they are, the only node I have is from the other side. I don't want that. I want these babies to just line up and go chitty chitty bang bang, if you know what I mean. Anybody got any ideas? I must make it a sub-assembly. Boom! I like that. And change the root. Look it. See, this is why I come to you guys. Because I knew someone would have the answer. Thank you so much. Let's just keep building this baby though. I'm going to get this nice and just barely sticking out there. So we have a very, we don't want a large panel gap. We don't want to look like a 1986 Chevy Corsica or anything. We want this to be tight. How long before the government will weaponize the BFR? Hopefully never. Elon's not about that. He ain't about that stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this a sub-assembly. I think I know what I'm doing here. I'm just going to go like this. Drag this thing into there. I'm going to call it BFR attacher. Do it. Term. Now let's see. So you're saying, hey, wait, not big old boosters. We can probably get rid of that. But now look, it still doesn't have those nodes. Anybody? This is not quite SimCity Rocket Edition. I wish. This is Kerbal Space Program. It's kind of a mixture between reroute first, then copy it. Okay. What do I need to reroute it to? This part? So then... Do I need to drag all of... Oh, I'm scared. This is Kerbal Space Program, for those of you asking. Route it... Oh, reroute it to the docking ports. Thank you. Okay. And now... Okay, reroute to a docking port. Got that, got that. And now what? Can I just drag... You guys are the best. I would have struggled around with that for 6 to 7 years. Look at that. Yeah, it flips, but hey, I am okay with that. That's awesome. Now can we make it so we want these to actually be staged. Enable staging. Is it only going to be on that one? Do I have to do that to everyone? Yes. Jeez, come on. Alright, so I'm going to click through here and I'm going to get all of these to be able to stage appropriately. Come on, come on. I'm probably messing something up. But for now, I want to see, what's this other? 2, 3, 4. That's probably one of those. I probably dragged that thing from the top. Ah. Yes. We want this up there. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, but I think it's right. See what I'm thinking here? Let's strut the other ports. It's just one that is attached right now. So maybe like a grandparent part or something. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Falcon Heavy won't make it to orbit in November, I'm sorry to say. Even Elon said, oh, he didn't say December, but he did say by the end of the year. You can actually only have one of them attached, really. So, am I in trouble here with this design? Okay. I'll go ahead and do everything to the root part or something. Falcon Heavy. So, sorry, somebody said, what am I... I'm going to reroute it again to this, now that we kind of have this. So now, if I click on these guys and auto strut them, root part, is that a good idea? And I'll even do this, like, to the root part. It's weird that it's not, like, keeping track of all four. Okay. Use a regular strutty thing. But to strut it to where? To each other? Do not auto strut. I like auto strutting. I've had decent luck with auto strutting. Alright, let's close this guy up here. I'm going to just test the separation and if this thing can stand on the... I forgot that it... Yeah, we don't need this. For now, I'm just going to set this thing on the ground. And we're going to just test that second stage and make sure that it can detach. I've never played around with anything like this. So, we're just going to do that first. Stay there. And then we're going to... Yeah, that's fine. Those are up there. And then we're just going to light that candle right away. Alright. Do I believe in SpaceX and BFR? Yes, of course. The new BFR is already being tooled. It's already being worked on. Hey, it's physically surviving here. Let's see if it can survive this separation here. Alright. Let's do this with the music. I like when we do that because that's kind of fun. That's a fun little saucy way to get started. Ready, guys? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, hip hip. Only a few things died. I wonder if we're separating and I didn't have to light up that engine. I wonder if they'd separate okay. That seemed to work better than I thought, actually. And we won't be flying it like this, obviously, guys. This is not how it's going to fly. But this will be kind of our upper stage. Cool. Sweet. Alright, good enough. What is BFR? Big Falcon Rocket. F really actually stands for something else, but yeah, we're not going to say that on air. How should you go about getting an internship at SpaceX? Apply. Do good in school. Make yourself stand out. Work hard. Get your butt over there. And then apply again. Make sure you apply, though. That's probably the #1 way to get an internship, is to apply. It's like kind of when people ask me, hey, I want to start this like web store, social media thing, and I have all these ideas for the social media account, but I don't know how to get started. What should I do? And I'm like, well, how have you started? I haven't done anything yet. Well, what do you mean you haven't? What do you mean you want to get started, but you haven't got started? What? Like, what are you doing? And then they will just be like, the #1 advice is, get started. What are you waiting for? Okay, I'm wondering if I need to... It exploded because of parts clipping. Let's see here. I don't really want to put all these legs... start retracted. Well, that's actually kind of cool. Does anybody know? The upper stage has landing legs. Yep, the upper stage does have landing legs. Not the ground stage, but have I been on an internship? Nope. I am a college dropout. They don't let dropouts do internships. That's not how that works. You gotta work hard and not drop out. And not drop out every time you look at a college. I would just look at a college and I would drop out. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Stay in school. Be smart. Do goodery. Do gooder than I did. If you're careful, you don't need legs. That's true. So, I'm tempted just to... Ugh. Hang on. Wait. I got an idea. Isn't it F will go... No, not F. R. Radio, mirror, R. There's another thing that goes around the craft instead of around the part. What button is that? Anybody remember? What did I go to school for? I went to school for nothing. Got a degree in nothing. And failed a bunch of times. And... yeah, don't do that. It's a school of hard knocks. I'll tell you that. I started my own business when I was 20 as a photographer, and no, 22 after working at a camera store for a year. No, I would have been 23, and it was a lot of hard work to make that a viable business. Press R. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're... No, not R. R is not quite the right one. There's another one that goes T. T doesn't work. R is just radio or mirror, but there's one that like centers around the craft or centers around part. What is that? Alright. R button switching between radial and mirror, yeah. Oh, G. Let's try that. Let's give G a shot. I like the idea of trying out G. G sounds cool. But G is letting me down. G, you made a not very powerful enemy, but I'm still mad at you today. Oh, F maybe. Nope, F. Come on. Ugh. It's not changing. So sometimes that's the one that'll work. Is F. But dang it, F didn't work. Oh well, we're not gonna do landing gear. We don't need landing gear. We're just gonna touch down so buttery smooth that, you know, we just kiss the ground, and we're all gonna celebrate together. Now here's what I struggle with is, well, first of all, I think these delta wings are pretty much supposed to be splayed straight out and not at any kind of an angle, even though they look like it in the presentations. When you see it from the back, it looks like they're pretty straight. And in real life, if they cup up a little bit like this, like Space Shuttle actually had its wings cupped up a little bit, it provides a little bit more stability in re-entry, as opposed to going down like this. That's actually highly unstable. But the thing is, it is normal to have a little bit of angle on the wings, especially if you only have 2 control surfaces. So we don't have like a vertical stabilizer, and because of that, we can only really control roll and then pitch. But we can control yaw by rolling over it, and then so you can still control, you know, your yaw and your pitch, but you just have to roll in between doing those 2 motions. But if you say you would rake them at 45 degrees or at 90 degrees to each other, you could theoretically almost control all 3 axes still with only 2 control surfaces. Now you know. Marcus, how you doing? All right, let's keep going on this guy. We're just gonna start slapping on some thrusters. They didn't really explicitly mention the thrusters. I actually just found a video of me asking Elon Musk about the thrusters at last year's IAC conference or Congress, and I asked him what are those things made of, you know, and he said that they are actually still liquid methane. They're huge. He said they're 10. What was it? 10. I don't remember the right metric now, but he said they're big and very powerful, and they are not monoprop, and they're not nitrogen. They actually are, yeah, they're actually run off of, they're like basically they're probably like Raptor engines basically, but they're using methane. And at least that's what he said last year. I would expect something like that would probably remain similar. These are thrusters for the person that has asked home videos, who has asked 36 times. Yeah, these are just thrusters. They thrust stuff like that. That's the best impression I can do of thrusters. If you need a better impression, go find like a spray bottle in your house and go, and that might be a better impression. I need to stop impersonating thrusters. That's not what you guys came here to do. You guys came here to see me build BFR. I'm going to make sure that I realized that I wonder if, since I kind of clipped these parts a little bit, if some of these aren't actually enabled and other ones are. Like, are these top ones enabled? It's not even letting me. I have tried the Spacey and Space Y, whatever you want to say it, mod. It didn't actually end up working that well for me. We are going to add some small aerodynamic control surfaces. Even though, again, they didn't necessarily explicitly show them on the BFR, I'm pretty sure it's going to have them. The only thing that's tricky with this is when you're coming in backwards for that final landing burn like they show, you have to make sure that you can quickly switch these to inverted, because otherwise they will get you in a tizzy very quickly, and ain't nobody want that. Not even me. Oh yeah, I'm nervous those babies are gonna catch on fire, so we're gonna pull them out just a little. I don't know. That looks kind of neat, sure. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. So here's. Hey, actually, is somebody, speaking of Patreon supporters and our Discord channel, is anyone in that Discord channel able to add? I forgot to make it so we actually have like a streaming channel in there, and I don't really want to have to worry about that thing live right now. Sorry, you're probably gonna see like some mumble jumble. I'm gonna pull that over here. You're gonna see more mumble jumble again, but I'm gonna make it so if somebody could set up like a live talk channel so that I can, yeah, I do have a Discord channel. It is for our Patreon supporters. So if you want to consider supporting what I do with these videos and on Instagram and in this stuff, feel free to head on over to patreon.com/everydayastronaut. We actually just broke 100 patrons, which blew my mind. So thank you guys so much for that. That I didn't ever think that would happen, honestly. I had to get talked into doing Patreon by my friends at the Higginbothams, the ones that do the show TMRO. They were like, just do it. And I'm like, it just seems really beggy. I don't know. It just didn't really seem like, just do it. They talked me into it. So I did. And I owe you guys all a huge thank you. So I'm nervous. I don't think we can get more. Oh, you know what? If we want to make this actually look like the BFR, don't they tuck the engines kind of inside like we did up here? You don't actually see all the engines really exposed. Do you? No? Or is that New Glenn? Only Ian and I have. I think one other person has permission to do that. Somebody said too many engines. Have they ever even kerbaled before? Actually, this is far too few engines. Don't forget, there's going to be 31 on the BFR in real life. So I'm playing it conservative here. Granted, our thrust to weight ratio is going to be about a 70 billion to 1 here, which is fantastic. That's fine. This thing doesn't quite have as much delta V as I was hoping, but hey, you can't win them all. And actually, I need to start setting up some action groups. I'm getting lazy over here. We don't even have our payload up in there. Just connect all of the docking ports pairs together. I am not entirely. I think I know what you're saying. Okay, engines on boosters are exposed. Hey, go back to that. Let's see. I got second place in Project Love Day. And no, this is not 9 meters. We don't really have... We're not scaling. We're trying to keep this kind of stockish. And that looks about right for proportions. Yeah, launch and refuel, exactly. Auto start everything. Yeah, thank you. I'm really happy with the traffic that we got on those latest videos. That made me... That was very encouraging. Very encouraging. And I appreciate all those people that have watched that. Yeah, that made me be like, shoot, I gotta keep making videos. Technical Fool. Let's page Technical Fool over in Discord. You make a live stream chat channel for us. Boom. We'll see if he can. Alright, what else do we need? Oh yeah. So somebody was telling me about how I could fix the auto strutty port, or the docking ports to do betterer. And I would love that. If that could happen, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm kind of tempted just to launch this stupid thing and see how it does. See if we can actually fly the dumb thing right off the bat. Are we forgetting anything? Oh, action groups. Action groups are a good thing. If I land this thing anywhere near Kerbal Space Center on the first try without crashing and exploding absolutely everything, will you guys just cheer forever and say hip hip a bunch for me? That's what I'd prefer. Okay, we got those. I also wanted this to be able to open. Oh, I forgot the big, beautiful solar panels. We're going to do that for sure. Germany and France. Hi there, guys. Let's see. Connect the port pairs together with the struts. Connect the port pairs together with the struts. So in other words, I think I know what you're saying. I think I get it. So if I took... this off and did a port pair like this, is this what you're saying? I hate that somehow these... Did that actually do it? No, they're only one at a time now. Why? I don't know, but we'll do this. Is this what you're talking about? Except now some of them have 2 docking ports. Oh no. Oh no, I'm scared. Help, I need an adult. Oh. I don't know. Here we go. Video talk. Space games. We could go... Let's go space games and just talk in space games, I guess. Yeah, maybe video talk is. Let's do video talk. Although that was meant, I think, originally to talk about upcoming videos. Let's talk in there. So, patrons, if you're in here, let's go ahead and pop on over there. Okay, use the strut part. Wait, sorry. I like... Just leave it like it was. I'm so nervous that I have gone way too far. Okay, good enough. I don't care. It'll probably work. Sorry if you hear extra noise. I just gotta run that air up here sometimes. It gets too stinking hot. Should we add one more? I feel like we should add one more fuel tank for good measure. And I'll remember how I said at the beginning that we're going to make this thing stock. Well, I already may have lied about that. Get out of here, cabbage. I totally deleted the wrong part. Or copied the wrong fuel tank. There we go. First stage does not have one. What was my reaction? I have the video of that. Next time you get stuck watching my countdown, I have the video of me having... I threw a little party when they landed, and it was my reaction and some of my friends that don't care about space, but they got excited that day. Hey, now here's a good question for everybody. I do have pretty cool grid fins that I could stick on this baby. Or is that cheating the keep it all stock thing? You guys tell me. Oh, I also got to get those solar panels fixed or going. We're just going to do this. I'm going to put these things like right here just so they don't accidentally strut the docking ports. The docking ports are fairly strutted. They need to be like manually strutted. You all seem to be pretty concerned about it. I like to not concern myself with petty things like having things work on the spaceship I'm building. Maybe you guys want to. Hang on, let me just get this baby going. Oh, get back in there. I'm gonna now push all this in. Totally part clip it, but we want it to be pretty like SpaceX. Cool. It's not stock now. Use grid fins. Yeah, I don't know. I'm debating even using those grid fins. They work so well, though. They work so well that I'm pretty darn tempted to keep them. I mean, and then while we're at it, we could use these like proper looking RCS thrusters. But why don't I keep the rest of this stockish? I better keep it in pairs of 3s or 6s. I could do 6 and go in between them like this. There we go. If you manually strut them, it'll work much better. Okay, I'll take your guys' word. I'm stubborn sometimes, if you haven't figured it out. Not like that. So, like, literally just go like this? That seems silly. Can't wait to hear how dumb this is. But I'll wait until you guys actually see what I'm doing, and then I'll gauge your reaction. Huh? make a third cycle of engines. I used to have tweak scale in here. I don't currently have tweak scale mod added. Oh, hi there, random. Good enough. Oh, if you don't have Kerbal Space Program, you are missing out on life. I've been playing this game since, like, actually the first weekend I became obsessed with it. I went to the EFT1 launch of Orion, and there was a lot of downtime between scrubs and all that stuff, and camera setup and all that stuff. And that's when I first started playing this game. I was like so obsessed with it that I like almost didn't leave. I was tempted to not even go to the launch because I'm just like, well, I could play Kerbal instead. So when was that? 2014. Of course you can make landings. We can go anywhere. Alright, I think this is good enough, guys, for what we're going to try and do. I just want to get this going, launch it up, see how we do. Bring these guys down here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it so I can toggle off these engines so it just lands on that center engine. Alright. Yeah. Oh, wait, not BFS. BFR. Sheesh. Okay, let's see how this looks out there. Would you come see our rocket launch in late 2020? Our rockets are supposed to put a CubeSat in Leo. That's sweet. Dude, get me out there. I'll come, Hunter. I'm into that. Ollie, how you doing? Of course I'm having fun. I mean, realistically, when aren't I having fun? This looks pretty deep. This looks reasonable. Like, scale and everything. I know it's not completely cylindrical. It's got flat walls, but, you know, it's functional-ish. Yeah, we're gonna try to land the first stage. We'll see. We're just gonna wing this thing in space and see if it even flies. The biggest thing is gonna be the re-entry of that upper stage. I'm not thinking that's gonna go too well, but well, can you save your build and restart from the save? Absolutely. We can even do a thing called quick saving, which is like, so say we'd crash it right now, we'd have to go back into the vehicle assembly building and bring a new one out. But you can quick save it. So say you're like on ascent and there's a portion that's extra tricky, like it starts wiggling a lot, then you can like revert to that save. So alright, you guys ready? I was not having fun with that all-nighter. I was losing my mind. I'm not doing that again, unless it's something even cooler than BFR. I'll probably do like an all-nighter like when we're landing on Mars or something. But yeah. Right. 3, 2, 1, hip hip! Oh baby, this thing's got some thrust! The asymmetrical nose cone could make it fly a little funny, but with more power, we'll have no problem. I'm also going to choose to fly it sideways so that these wings, the little delta wings, don't have as much aerodynamic effect over the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and throttle down. We do not need to come this could make it so... Oh, also, I'm going to go ahead and pin this. These are our little ailerons. I want these to be nulled out right now so that they are not acting on the vehicle at all. You know what? I was thinking about trying to make like a 100-ton lifting capable shuttle someday. I'm doing a late gravity turn, but that's on purpose because I have a feeling this thing's going to be hard to control. So we're just going to go nice and steady. Like I said, I'm all in right now and it is not happy. That's why we do this in Kerbal Space Program and not in real life. To those of you who build rockets, aka Hunter, make sure you test it thoroughly in Kerbal Space Program first. That's 90% a joke. There, we just did a cartwheel. Cartwheels are fun. Cartwheels are how you show off. Oh no. Okay, we're going to turn off SAS. That might help prevent the wiggle wobble we have up there. We're also going to do this. We're going to auto strut this stuff to the root part. Oh, that would have helped probably the whole time. What was I thinking? We have no margins left for the rest of the ride. This is going terribly. We are going to try undocking. See if this works. It does not. Our undocking procedure was awful. We are just going to light up. Wait, not that one. We're going to... What am I doing? Yeah, this is going terribly. Let's see if we can at least get this thing... Squeak this thing up into orbit. we probably don't have enough thrust to weight ratio. Actually, what am I talking about, guys? We got this big ol' fatty McBoom Boom engine if we need to just really push ourselves into orbit. So we lost the first stage. First stage is gone. First stage, Smurf stage, though. That's what I've always said. Who cares about first stages? They don't mean anything. Kerbal is at least professional grade simulation here. I mean, this is probably what SpaceX, ULA, Blue Origin, Orbital, this is probably what they use to build and design rockets. I'm almost 100% certain. That is the biggest lie I've told, at least today. But yeah, super. How long to travel to Mars in this game or in real life? Those are two different things. Because in this game we can do it in like 10 minutes. It looks like this docking port was not having a good day. Okay, I'm going to turn off the less efficient engine. Nine months is the standard, like, typical highest efficiency orbit. If you have enough delta V, you can get there in as quickly as 3 months. If you have... Okay, we got to leave a little bit of... We are not going to make this thing into orbit and have enough margin to return. We are down to 500... Oh, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. First off, let's test out our beautiful solar panels. Hello. Next. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to pop this stupid thing. Oh, this is... Apparently, that has been detached, probably for quite some time. I'm just going to go ahead and poop this out so we have a little more delta V. If that makes sense. I'm trying to back up, but it's not working very well. Here, I can just throw it out by going like this. See ya! Yoink. Alright. Back at it. Back into orbit. Now that we aren't lugging that thing around, it's still not calculating our delta V is much better. Crap. There is a store for merch. Check the description below, everydayastronaut.com /store, or just go to my website and just check it out. Have fun. Be safe. Wear a rain jacket. I don't know. Why would you... What? You only have 3 docking ports in the second stage. Yes, I think the one got attached, and that's why we... Or stayed attached, and that's why we had some issues. This is a very angry alligator. That's actually exactly what I used to call when I used to build a thing like this. It was called the alligator. So I'm gonna keep some fuel in here. We're gonna test coast since we had a. We're gonna go ahead and let ourselves re-enter, and we're gonna practice our re-entry profile and see if we can even survive at all. My guess is no. I don't think this thing is going to be aerodynamically stable enough at all. Oh, and we didn't... we do have to have some margin to land. That's one of those things, not a bad detail to remember about yourself when you don't have landing gear. And we're probably going to ditch this thing in the ocean, it looks like. It might make it. It won't make it to land. There's almost no way, unless it glides phenomenally well. Oh, there we go. King Fat Bear. Yeah, I purposely have the one landing in there. In our Discord channel, we have Kung Fu Fat Bear. I purposely put just this one leg out here to kind of counter and make it a tripod against these. I don't know how to say it. I've never ever. Oh, those they call them elevons or ailerons or I don't know how to speak. I'm the worst pronunciator of anything. We do this currently. This top of the vehicle has no mods. Other portions of it did have mods, but no. We aren't running really any mod. Elevon. But how do you say that? Elevon? Elvon. Elvon. Elevon. Ailerons. Leron Jenkins. Oh, no. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is where I don't think this thing's going to be aerodynamically stable at all. But hey, we're kind of... Nope. Here's the deal. It's going to want to go heavy end first. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Is it's trying to flip around. You know, I'm just going to try pointing it straight up prograde and see if we can just hold this nose first. So, any vehicle, dart, arrow, whatever, wants to go heavy end first. And that's exactly what it's trying to do. And right now, that's not a good thing. Actually, we can go ahead and say right now that's the best thing we want to do. We're going to go ahead and start going like this. Eventually, it will need to do this. Oh, we are out of fuel. This will be fun. So Elon Musk. Hey, there, that kind of helped. So the first inaugural launch of BFR was highly unsuccessful. Hopefully, SpaceX thinks out their project and doesn't try to design it in, what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes? I have a feeling that's going to be the case. No, we can't. But it does need to be stable when it comes back into Earth's atmosphere, because that's a good portion of the vehicle's journey will be, and especially like those tankers are gonna have to re-enter Earth's atmosphere like all the time. So now we're just seeing it. It's gonna go bye-bye. I'm just gonna let it die a natural death. Bye. Thanks for having fun. You did a great job. All your friends and family are so proud, but you are now a ghost. Alright. So, our first launch was a failure. Recover vessel. What's there to recover? Sure, let's recover it. Let's see what we got. Put something heavy the way you want to go. That's true. That's a good point, Kung Fu Fat Bear. I could probably make it so the tanks in the upper stage, the top portion stays, drains last. But we only have one tank here. Maybe we could add another little tank. Go like this and make sure this drains second. Oh, this is still a big one, isn't it? That might make this ship too big. I don't want to do that. I don't want to risk the integrity of this beautiful, beautiful ship. What's up, Miner? Alright. Hey, that's great. Thank you so much, Mike. That kind of feedback honestly means a lot. I know it might sound petty to like, oh look, there's that docking port that didn't let go. Hey, we might actually have better success this time. I know it seems petty to really care about like positive feedback, but that stuff matters a lot. I'm having to learn how to develop some pretty thick skin with the internet, but hearing, having positive affirmation, that stuff really, really matters. I will almost always, if I have time to check the comments on YouTube, say thank you for the kind words, because that stuff means a lot. And that goes with anybody, guys. Anybody on the internet. If you hate what they do, don't tell them. Don't tell them. It doesn't make anything better. If you love what they do, go ahead and tell them. It'll make their day. Any content creator probably thrives off feedback as much as I do. So keep that in mind. Be nice to people on the internet. So far, I really, really like the community we've developed here. So you guys have been super positive, and that's a good thing. I'm a let's keep it positive. Let's have fun and treat each other kindly kind of guy. And I like that so far everyone in the chat room has been friendly and accepting in that sense too. So let's keep up with that. I'm just going to add a few more thrusters. This should give us a little bit more control authority when we start getting into those crazy times. Why not? Maybe one in the middle here. Oh, I want one pointing straight up so that when we can do like an undocking procedure or like pull out away from that. And also I want one down here. I'll open this and just put them inside here so we can do a little bit of maneuvering like this. There we go. Okay, that looks good. They do use more fuel, but as long as we don't do that goofy flip that we accidentally got tricked into doing, we should be fine. I'm going to do a lot of these things to the root part, just because, and then up here I will auto start to the heaviest part. That'll tie this thing together real nicely. We'll avoid that flippy thing, so I am glad you don't have to. We don't need parachutes. Parachutes. What is this? December 20th, 2015. All right, let's launch this thing. Launch number 2. Let's try to do it on the counter. Oh, we're gonna miss this. I'm gonna pause it because this will work out much better. Look behind me. Is my cat in here? No. That's what I assumed you were to be talking about if you say look behind me. All right, let's give this another try. Ready, guys? And ladies. 3, 2, 1. Hip, hip. Yeah. Look at that. Such a beautiful beast. Hey, thanks, Poopbot. That's also probably my favorite name I've ever had to read out loud. That means a lot. Thank you. Alright, throttle down. We don't want to waste this much fuel. Oh, I'm also going to pin this right away so we can turn this elevon off. Elevon? Elevon. Elephant von. Elephant von Deutsch. Okay. Nice and slow, nice and steady. Uh-oh. Not slow, not steady. Gimbal. Gimbal. We're gonna need you. We're gonna need you. I think it does that because of aerodynamic effects. I think this upper stage is pulls it in that funny way. Okay. Well, still not the smoothest thing I've ever seen in my life. But we're going to try to leave a little bit of room in this upper stage to try to do a boost back burn, and I don't think we'll have enough delta V for that at all. What do you think? Should we try and land the first stage? No, we'd have to get this upper stage out of the atmosphere first. No way. Not happening. Yo, Joseph, Nance's brother. That's awesome. Hey, Aaron. How you doing, man? Tell Joseph hi. Hope he's doing well. He had his birthday last week. We met Joseph playing spike ball at a Airbnb last week, and it was a lot of fun. Okay. Why is something still getting stuck here? Time to light up the big engine. Hey, we didn't break everything. Okay, let's turn off that big engine. Let's see if we can just... Alright. If I ever do a video in private space companies, will I mention yours? I actually don't quite know what you're talking about. Otherwise, I'd say maybe. The OG. Oh, that's true. Hey, yeah, we, if you guys are at all debating becoming a Patreon supporter and being in the Discord channel, one of the fun things we do in Discord, if I ever get to 100 subscribers, there's going to be an OG channel that only the original people can have access to. So if you want to, we're a ways away now, but I'd like to think with the growth we've had in the past month or two, that we might hit 100 soon. And if you want to be part of the exclusive chat, make sure you're heading on over to patreon.com/everydayastronaut. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and pop this baby on into orbit. There we go. So, it looks like we still might not quite have enough delta V in this thing to lift. Maybe this payload's just too big. I put a pretty big payload in there, you know? Maybe we're just trying to we're getting overzealous with the with this scaled dumb version of the alligator BFR. Maybe we're just getting too overly zealous. We better get these solar panels out though. How old am I? You're not necessarily wasting delta V now. Yes, if I coasted up to apogee, but the problem is we're using such low thrust to weight ratio engines that we're gonna need all the time we get as we coast up. This isn't that inefficient. You'll notice that aerospace companies actually coast on their upper stages, or burn through their upper stages the whole way. They typically won't. I mean, there's obviously exceptions, but they normally put themselves into a parking orbit, which is basically what we're doing. So we're fine. It's not like we're wasting fuel. We are putting in. We're scrubbing out our periapsis height. We're getting rid of or gaining our horizontal velocity. And see, if I were to wait this whole time, we'd probably start falling down and hit the atmosphere before we actually circularized. Don't you dare summon the Kraken. Have I ever gone as far as wanting to look more to like? Hey, thank you so much, Nicholas. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. How much would I pay to go to Mars? At this point, 0. I'd have to get paid to go anytime in the near future. Maybe when I'm like 60, and going to Mars is literally not much different than getting on an airplane and going to Australia for the week, coming home. Then I would pay a healthy amount. I want it to be as totally safe, totally normal thing. I would say I would pay like 200 grand for that. For now. So look, yeah, even I'm going to go ahead and light up this engine for a little bit because we are actually losing altitude rather quickly. We still don't have enough delta V in this thing. If we're going to land, we're going to have to stop burning right now. We're going to need that. We're going to need that. So we're going to go ahead and close up shop. We're not getting into orbit yet. Apparently we need to still do a little bit of tweaking here. I need to take a phone call here in a minute at some point. But we're going to finish this up first. I'm going to respond to this real quick, though, while we coast forward. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick save here. Let's see if we can do this. Alright. Why don't I build a CubeSat? What? Build a CubeSat video? Like, try to make my own CubeSat? Had never thought of it. That's why I don't. Maybe I need to. Alright, so let's see how this thing does. Let's see if this thing can survive re-entry this time. Let's crank that authority up all the way up on these, our elevons. That still just sounds weird to me. That does not... I know they're like elevators. We'll just say elevators. Ditch the payload. Good idea. 5. Get out of here. Quick, puke it out. Go backwards. Go backwards. Quick. Quick. Oh, I had so much more delta V. And close up shop. Thank you. Good idea. How do you put the nav all to the side? You can do that just in the... You have to be out in that main menu settings, but it's like under... what's it under? I don't know, one of the menus, like under UI or something. Yes, you are exactly right. In real life, the delta wings are more significant than this, and that might be part of our issue too. We just don't even have enough aerodynamics, control surfaces, and surface area to really give this thing due diligence. Oh no. I'm just trying to hold it steady here. But it's not liking that. It's not wanting to hold steady. Yeah, I'm going to pitch the nose down a little bit. Oh no. I like how it's like the most, like one of my softest songs, and we're like going through this fiery re-entry process right now. Hey, that's working okay. There we go. I was just getting too aggressive, too steep. Oh, look at that. This is actually working great. I'm going to go ahead and quick save here, so if we need to come back, we can do it here. Yeah, I agree. I'll go ahead and pop on fine controls. Oh. Hey, but we're supposed to do that at some point, right? Looks like we're doing that now. Totally meant to do that. That's exactly how we had planned to do this the whole time, guys. This is exactly right. Just what I wanted. Alright. We're going to go ahead and pop out that one landing gear. Hi, Landy. Landy McLanderson. Look at that. That's about perfect. We'll just have to come down so buttery smooth that no one can deny our excellence. That's basically what's going to have to happen here. Which I'm very nervous about. Oh, yeah. Look at... I don't often play. I have had aerodynamic effects turned off because we were doing Racing to the Moon, and we're having parts or crafts with 2,000 parts. So it's fun to see and so you turn off all, you crank it down to 0 basically, everything down to 0, so you can even get the stupid thing to go. And even then it's like 1 frame every 3 seconds. But I'm tickled seeing aerodynamic effects again. I forgot how wonderful that is. The Redstone Hive, howdy howdy. No, we got plenty of thrust to weight ratio. That's why we use that main engine here. I'm going to go ahead and quick save again here so we don't have to wait through this. And now notice that air is going to eat up some of our... I'm going to go ahead and light up our engine right now and then throttle down. Oh no. 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright, come on, come on. No, out of fuel! Out of fuel! No! So close! I'm gonna retry that because I think if we just... Hey, we at least recovered most of it. I think if we just trust the suicide burn calculator and just go bang on, I bet we can do it. Okay, here we go. 7, 6... 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. And throttle down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, that was almost better. Cool moves. Cool moves, BFR. Way to... We'll try it again. Okay, let's try it again. We're going to go ahead and lock onto that right away. Make sure these are negative, yep. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go just slightly past because it ends up... We still have a good amount of aero braking that happens. Eek! I'm so scared. Ah, no, no, no. Oh, 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 no, no. That's just, hey. It's kind of like Jason 3. I'll go ahead and say that's entirely successful. We also might be landing on too much of a hill. What do you guys think? You know what I need to do? At the very last bit, I need to switch back to this to not have it be going retrograde so that so that if I accidentally go up, it doesn't try to do some crazy flip maneuver. We'll do one more. One more. We'll start like this, and then at the very last second, we're going to switch that around. Okay. Stability assist is ready. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Oh! That was looking so gorgeous for just like 1 second. Should I give up on this? We didn't even get this thing into orbit. We didn't even... Oh, good idea! Radial out at the end. No, I like that amount of gimbal. I feel very comfortable having that amount of gimbaling. I like the idea of radial out. That's a great idea. We're just going to go ahead and switch that at the very last second. Okay, here we go. Where's radial out? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We'll go beyond it to there. And then this last little bit. Radial out. Hey! Oh! No. Hey, we tried. Okay, so that's as pretty as it gets, I think, for now. Let's keep refining this baby. I think we got more work to do. Let's recover this, though. SpaceX is very proud of this one. Very proud. We got more work to do on this. Let's. I got a few more minutes here. I got like half hour. We're getting closer. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn down the amount of payload we're trying to shove up there into orbit. This thing just isn't to scale, so we don't need to get overzealous on our payload capability, if you ask me. Okay, let's go in here. We could either just lower the amount of stuff in here or get rid of that altogether and go with something more like one of these. Look at that, more Delta V. Very good. Delta V's fun. I also think I really wish we could add a little bit more Delta V into... You know what? We could. Duh. Watch this. Watch this. We can do a lot of goodness here if we do something like this. We'll basically split that tank that we were trying to deliver into orbit, and now some of it's payload and some of it's actually usable for our upper stage. There we go. I like that. So I'm also thinking, I know we're pretty much stretched out on this thing. But it sure is tempting to just add another section, one more. It's starting to look out of proportion though, and that's kind of against the point of this. We're kind of trying to make this look something like BFR. I'm going to do this and just lighten up the payload one more notch. And we could also stick a few more, I don't know, like Oscars or something. Unless those will stick out. Will those stick out? No. Are they doing anything for us? If we... Did they do something or did they not? Oh, they do. I didn't know they'd draw from themselves like that. There we go. Now we're getting some Delta V. Now we're talking. Alright. That looks cool. I don't know why I'm going to say that looks cool. Oh, we are going to have to clip this in a little bit. Okay, there's a little bit part clippy, but you're going to have to forgive me. It's for the greater good. There we go. Cool. Thanks, Ben J. There we go. 5,200 meters per second. That should help a lot. I'm just nervous this first stage is the one that's really suffering, because we're going to want to try to... Alright, I don't know. We're launching. We're launching. Screw it. We're doing it live. This is true. Marcus House and I have spoken about maybe doing something together. I think we should do a fun challenge together or something. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm going to increase the gimbal ability on these guys. They're too low. I think we're going to need that for that gravity turn. Alright. We're going to do a little countdown like... Alright. All systems are looking very good on the BFR here. The flight commander says that the vehicle is nominal and that it is very delicious. He went out this morning and took a little lick of the underside of the fuselage to make sure it tastes fine, and it does. That being said, all systems go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, hip hip. I love that. That looks cool. That looks very cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and throttle back. We really don't want all that aerodynamic effect screwing us over at the beginning. It tasted an awful lot like methane, is what the flight director said. I don't know if that's something I'm really wanting to taste, but... Actually, methane doesn't smell. Did you guys know that? Even though it's often what is expelled during toots and other parts that are of your own flatulence, but it actually does not itself smell. Alright, here we go. This is looking better. This is looking better. I'm going nice and slow, trying to be patient with it. I'm going to go ahead and throttle up to punch out of this stupid atmosphere. Screw you, atmosphere. We're going to space. This is a slow gravity turn, I know, but also if we're going to try to land that first stage, that's an okay thing. I know it puts a little more strain on the upper stage, but remember that upper stage we did just give it a little bit of extra goose in there, so the upper stage can do a little more of the legwork this time. We have 400 meters per second left over. So really, if we want to recover this upper stage, we're gonna have to have it so the other vehicle. Okay, I'm gonna quick save right here. I'm gonna try and get a stage separation. Why? What changed that you decided to throw a wing off? Did I get that quick save in? We don't need this. Huh? There we go. A little bit better. A little bit better. Okay, we're gonna get this thing so it is a ways into space. But first, we're gonna try and flip this all the way back around. I already forgot what my... Oh no! I don't have a... I don't have any way to control that. Looks like we're not recovering it this time today, folks. I forgot to put a probe core in there, so that cannot be controlled at all. My bad. My bad. Sarah Skywalker, how you doing, friend? Alright, let's go ahead and lower this baby. Oh, we should have plenty of delta V to get ourselves into a nice orbit. How many mods? We are doing basically no mods, except I did use grid fins. I cheated because I love those grid fins. Hey guys, why don't we park this baby in orbit and try to rendezvous with another one and go ahead and dock and fuel up? That'd be fun. Wouldn't that be fun? Why not use the gravity turn mod for automated launches? Because that takes all the fun out of it. We don't want automated launches. We want to fly this stuff. Go all cowboy style. I don't want a computer flying this. You're right, we're less efficient. We also only have 7 engines instead of 31. There's a lot of differences. I'm going for a mixture between realistic and not realistic and functional-ishly the same. I don't know. I hate MechJeb. Yes, our rocket has the butt-to-butt refueling. Check this out. See these docking ports here? I think we in theory could get them to go butt to butt. Who disliked this? You know who disliked this, a flat earther. Of course. Thank you so much, Jack. Hey Hunter, I've read your message a bunch. I'm sorry, man. I can't have you just spamming that every minute. Hit me up in a formal email or something. Don't try to do it in a chat room like this. Not enough boosters. Alright, we are going to have to light up this engine, apparently, to get ourselves into orbit. I'm not against that. They might have to do something similar. No, those vacuum engines are way powerful. We are sinking back into the atmosphere. Alright, pitch up a little bit. That's what I get for not paying attention the whole time. Pitch up a little more. Should have plenty of thrust to weight ratio to bring us back up if we need to. Here we go. Our vertical speed indicator is showing that we're almost climbing back up now. We can start to pitch back flat. Something like this. Not waste as much of our energy trying to go up, instead of just get going fast. That's all we need to do to get into orbit. It's more about going fast. And for those of you that haven't actually seen this, so check this out. So you can see as we go faster and faster, we end up falling further and further and further away from the horizon. So that's our orbit basically emerging. It's just a baby orbit right now. If we were to turn off our engines and coast, we would not be in orbit. Now watch how quickly we go from not in orbit, so still we'd run into the atmosphere. It'll keep growing until it pops out the backside like this, and then once it's above the atmosphere on both sides like this, 71 and 89, now we are in orbit. We are in orbit successfully. Ta-da! Hello! Welcome to our first successful BFS or BFR spaceship in orbit. We did it. You guys did it. Let's deploy that thing. Please edit your KE mode to display AP times as well. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what any of that means at all. Not even close. I don't even know what that means. All right, we're gonna go ahead and deploy our thing. Oh, look at that. Ha 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 ha. Bite it. Arr, arr, get out of there, you old tank. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Should we try and land now, or is it like... This is Kerbal Engineer, yes. Oh, time to apoapsis. I used to do that. I don't know. I don't really... I could put that back in there. Alright. Let's quick save again. Try to refuel. Should I launch another one and dock with it? I kind of like that idea. Let's do it. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Okay. Space Center. Let's do it. Let's see if we can dock successfully before I have to leave. I like this. I like this a lot. Docking will not take a while to get an encounter. We're just going to nail it right from the get-go, guys. Duh. Actually, should I add a probe core to the below stage so we can try to flip around and get a tiny little burn in? Now we're asking for a lot. A recovery of the first stage and a burn and a docking and a, successful life. What did I do here for these engines? Did these guys go in an action group? What are they? 4? No, 5. Toggle fins? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. 5, toggle ramp. 6. Okay. Let's put a probe core in this lower stage. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Actually, before we do that, guys, I know this is insane. Hey, thank you so much, Zach. I know this is crazy. Absolutely insane. I have to pee and grab some more water. So I'm going to be right back. Stick around. We're going to finish up. We're going to rendezvous. We're going to dock. We're going to land one of these things, and maybe both of these things, and maybe even a first stage. Probably none of those things, but I'm sure going to try. And you're going to be here to find out if I can do it. We'll be right back.
I think we all dreamt about going to space when we were kids. But when the space shuttle program ended in 2011, I discovered a void in my life. That emptiness led to a newfound obsession with space. A few years later, I wound up bidding on a Russian spacesuit as a joke. When the box arrived at my doorstep, my friends asked, "What are you going to do with a spacesuit?" The answer? What can't I do with a spacesuit? That's how Everyday Astronaut was born. Since then, the suit hasn't left my side. It's even gone around the world with me. From remote villages in Myanmar,
Rockets and spaceships.
to beautiful fields in Norway.
Fighting a cow to get a picture right now.
Here I am on vacation in the beautiful Norway with my beautiful boyfriend.
I even proposed to my wife in the suit at Machu Picchu in Peru. These days I work with leaders in the space industry to create fun and inspirational content. I've even been invited to different NASA facilities across the country, all for the sake of sharing my excitement with the world.
Hey there, it's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but NASA is doing some incredible...
This is church for us space nerds. This is where Gene Kranz was sitting when people first met him. This is with permission. I still don't know how. I love that I'm standing on something that says urine bags. This thing's gonna fly like a cat in heat. Whatever that means. That dog's gonna have a sore throat by the end of the day, I'll tell you that. Especially once he tries to explain to his friends that he just saw an astronaut flying majestically through the sky for an hour. This thing has officially become the bane of my existence. Okay, I am back, and as controversial as this may be, I got some red vines. I know, not Twizzlers. I want to hear you guys' opinions. Am I an idiot, or am I brilliant? I don't know what it is about these red vines. This is not at all sponsored in any way, shape, or form by Red Vines. But yo, Red Vines, if you're out there, which I'm sure you super are, Mr. Red Vine is out there like, hey, I like the BFR. Wait, we should sponsor this guy. Alright. Oh, that wasn't a power pee. I even sat and caught up on a text message. Power pee. A power pee is when I just sit in the chair and pee. Haven't had to do that yet, but there's a time and a place for everything. Alright, let's go ahead and launch this thing. Let's get this thing out there. Let's get a rendezvous, a docking, all of it. I bet you anything. Yeah, there's probably a bunch of like Europeans and Aussies that are like, what is a red vine? Too much info. Do I have RCS tanks in my first stage? Nope, don't need them. They're using the same thing as the main thing. Set this baby as target. Speed this baby out. We'll start like, there. I don't know. We're winging it. 3, 2, 1, live. Hip, hip, go. Oh, that's so cool. That actually looks kind of like the BFR. I'm fairly surprised. My website, it's kind of finished. We talked about this earlier, Zach. I don't really want to go to Mars. Not right now, at least. Mars sucks. I'm not an explorer. I don't want to go when it's like dangerous and don't have a good chance of coming back. So right now, you have to pay me a lot. You'd have to pay me a ton and give me like a 99% assurance that I'm going to come back, because I like it here. Earth's great. Alright. This scary gravity turn still scares the crap out of me. Nice and easy. Easy, boy, easy. Don't do anything stupid. Stay on that 90. No, no, no. And punch it! Eek! Eek! Ah. Alright. We're doing it. I have no idea if we have any chance of recovering the other stage, but we're going to try. 400, 300, slow down, wasting fuel. Speed back up. We need to get higher. Okay, here we go. Quick save. And no, that's why we quick save. We don't want the wings to fall off. Why is the... Sometimes the wings are just like... Terp. Is my email in Patreon? That's a great question. It's on my website. You'll find it a few places on there. Go, 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 go. Get off there. Let go. We have a problem. No. Is that on our booster or on our ship? Let's take a look if we still see if we have all 4. Well, 3 out of 4. We can probably dock with 3 out of 4. I mean, that's not very realistic, but neither is Kerbal Space Program. So, here we go. We have 500 meters per second. We are not going to be able to do... There's no way. We won't even be able to zero out our velocity with that. Nope, we tried. Back to this! Let's see how far away we are going to be with our rendezvous. Looks like we actually launched a little too early, to my surprise. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly too high. We're going to go ahead and raise our apoapsis, fly above it, and then come down on it. So we are going to try and do the world's first, probably not world's first, but my first butt-to-butt docking and partial refueling. We'll go ahead and use this this tank to refuel the other one, and we'll just give that a little extra delta V, see if we can make like a, I don't know, cislunar little flight or something. But the big thing is I want to try to land this. And then the other big thing is, will we... Yeah, we probably will want to light this engine up again quick. Notice our intercept is closing in a little bit. Okay, looks like this might end up lining up pretty swimmingly, to be honest. And you are right. Time to apoapsis would have probably helped me quite a bit in this moment. You're right. There were grid fins on the first stage, but this stage has the main delta wings. Get these babies out just because they look cool. Hey. Please aim up. I like how you're begging me. Please. Please aim up. I need you. I won't make it unless you aim up. We're fine. We can get out there, no problem. Activate what for next flights? How did I learn Photoshop? Actually, believe it or not, I started learning Photoshop when I was in high school. I actually had a class where my teacher was teaching Photoshop, but to be honest, Photoshop was so early. I graduated high school a long time ago, and Photoshop is a relatively new concept for most people. So we were all kind of learning it together. Like, we were teaching the teacher things, and he was teaching us things. It was hilarious. It was a lot of playing around. That's how I learned Photoshop. Just like that. Back in my day, Photoshop didn't even have CCs in them. They barely had like 2 digits. I think I learned on like Photoshop 3 or 4 or something. That can tell you how old I am. So we're gonna actually go ahead and purposefully, we're gonna try to make it on this back pass, I think. Over here you can see our this intercept is getting closer and closer. And that's great, because we are almost in orbit now. So here's what we're gonna do. Close this gap. And then we'll fine tune it here. 15, 12, 7, 6, 5, 4. Where are we at? 3, 2. Okay, 2 is about as close as we'll get for now. Time to apwapsis. You're right. I'll do it. I will do it. Let's go ahead and put it in this one. Time to apwapsis. Time to. Wait, what is it? AN. Yes, Tim Dodd. Let's see here. Where was that? Someone said time to app. Which one is time to apwapsis? Time to equal quickly. Time to an. How long is it gonna take to land? 0 time. Instant time. We're gonna do it before we are doing it. Time to app. Oh, speeded apwapsis. No. Okay, which one is it? Right there. Oh, it'd be pain. I would never watch me live stream. Oh, look at that. We're gonna actually slightly dip into the danger zone down there, as in our periapsis is slightly inside the atmosphere. So we are going to do a quick little burn up here, just to circularize a little bit. I know it'll probably mess up our intercept a smidge, but we also don't want to die. That probably wouldn't do that much to us, but might as well just go like this. Raise our periapsis. So we're speeding up a little bit up here at the highest point, and that'll raise our lowest point. Yeah, we are drastically increasing our distance right now. That stinks. That smells bad. I don't like that. This is now our new closest point. Well, this might be a multi-pass situation then. But look at that. We are closing in. So what we're going to do, once we get to as close as we are, we're going to go ahead and burn and zero out our velocities, which I should probably get ready to do now. Flip on around, buddy. We have that much time to zero out velocity. Here we go. Right about here. And look at that intercept now. 2. That's something we can work with too. Let's see if we can get it closer. No, 2 seem to be good. We do have to get a clean rendezvous here soon, because otherwise we are going to dip down. Here we go. What I'm doing right now is I'm probably going like radial out or something. I like to just play around with RCS and try to get a closer and closer intercept. So that's exactly what I'm doing. 0.9, 0.7, 0.6, 0.3. There we go. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and speed up to that as long as... Oh, we are going to go through that. Crap. Oh, well. Let's see if that slows us down that much. It shouldn't. Just in case it does, though. Yeah, it's not changing too much on us. It is changing, though. Notice that we are losing our apwapsis height. I should make sure to point somewhere like this, so at least we're aerodynamic. No. You would not want to fly with me right now, guys. This would not be pretty. And then we can burn a little bit down here, probably. There we go. Just give it a little tuft of stuff. How long have I been playing KSP? For about 4 years. No, 3 years. 3 years. I was saying earlier, I became obsessed with it when I was at EFT-1 when Orion had its test flight on top of a Delta IV Heavy, and I was there shooting it for spaceflightnow.com, and that's when I like learned this game and really became utterly obsessed with it. We're losing it again. Okay, now we just got to get out of the atmosphere. This is going to be a scary dock. Whoever said, what am I doing in the atmosphere? Having fun, man. We're having some fun. We're just winging it. We're just cowboys. Yeah, I definitely should have parked this a little bit higher, but what's the fun in doing things textbook, you know? Sometimes you just gotta go cowboy style. I think I used to say that in old live streams. I'd be like, we're going, I don't remember what I'd say. Cowboy style? No, let's close this gap. There we go. Oh, baby dad. Quick saving, because we're almost out of the atmosphere. In, like, now. Okay, quick save. We're going to speed up. Zip zap speed over to this guy. Hello, BFR. Original one. We're going to close our gap on you. Oh, no. Help. I need an adult. I went way past that. That was so scary. Oh, we're reloading. We're reloading. Oh, that actually genuinely scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, target. We're gonna make sure we give ourselves some room to slow down. I don't know, not a bad idea. Why is it increasing? Why is it increasing? What? What? What happened? Why did we lose our intercept? What? I'm going to try reloading the quick save. I'm actually on a Mac. I know, again, red vines and a Mac. Might as well send me to the place where people that eat red vines and use Macintoshes go. Alright, screw this. We're going manual. We're going to just go ahead and close in on our intercept here. There we go. So my trick to doing this is making sure that your prograde vector goes directly through your target. So I use that by using like the K, I, J, L keys. We're going to swing around those so we can slow down when we get to it. We have 45 meters per second to scrub off. Why is it flying away? Oh. Maybe I just have to be patient. Maybe I have to trust my instinct. Maybe. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. That would be why. That is a very good reason why. Let's just wait until we actually close in on it. No need to rush it. Are we going to get closer? According to the map, we're going to, like, run into each other, but now it does not look like we are at all. Alright, well, we're going to zero out our velocity anyway and just fly over to it now. Okay, now we're going to fly towards the target. Commence docking sequence. Alright. Flying at a comfortable 2 meters per second. So notice that prograde's drifting away. If I just keep thrusting as it drifts away, I also going to switch over to this one and make sure that we're pointing away. We're going to target this. We're going to start our butt-to-butt procedure here. Oh, how much time do I have? I have 10 minutes to make this happen. If I dock, I'm going to be happy. And I'm not referring to anything in sexual nature, guys. Grow up. I'm telling myself that. Okay. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to control from here. And face the target. Don't ruin me too much. I'm also going to turn on fine control. We're going to pop this on over here. If I do this on the first try, will you guys absolutely crap your pants for me on my behalf? With me, probably more likely. We're going to get a little closer. We are going too slow. This is the slowest docking procedure ever. I'm trying to make an entertaining program for you guys, and what am I doing? I'm just wasting all... Oh, wait. Wrong way. Why isn't it... Hey, thrust out this, you Dumbo. You got... What? Go forward! Okay, we're going to switch to this guy, and this guy is going to try and do that same thing I was just trying to do. Why aren't these working? Hello. Do you remember when you are a thing? Oh, maybe it's... Aha. There we go. Let's go like 2 solid meters per second towards the target. Sorry, all the controls are backwards right now. I'm trying to like fly inverted. Okay, that'll get us there. Let's do this. Alright. Yes, I am trying to refuel our 2 BFRs. Maybe a world first, maybe a world third, maybe a world 7,000th. I can't quite tell orientation, but I think I'm going to have to flip it like this. Let's keep that pointed on the target. Come on, speed up. So boring. We want either explosions or awesome butt-to-butt docking, but so far we're getting neither. There we go. Now I can see which way we're pointing. Like this. Okay, quick save. I also would really like to be able to target the actual docking port. That'll make my life much easier. I'm going to switch to this guy real quick. Sorry, I'm concentrating harder than I've ever concentrated in my entire life. Because this is important stuff, guys. Wrong way, wrong way. Okay. Docking port. Oh, baby. Give me that docking port. No, no. Set his target. Stay on the target, please. Oh no. Hold on. Going cowboy style on this again. Not looking good, not looking good. Bad dock. Bad dock. Oh no. You know what? I don't think our wings, I think our elevons, our little thingies are a little... Maybe I should go opposite. Like I should target this one. So that our wings don't crash into each other. Spin around. Okay, here we go. We're going back at it. Eek! No. Come on, you piece of cabbage. Get in there. No way this is gonna work. I should probably fold in the solar panels on that other one so I'm not just breaking them off all willy-nilly. This is so stupid. Okay, everything's backwards again. Everything's backwards. And fly towards it, you graceful elephant. Am I about lined up? Oh, here we go. Again, I'm just trying something all crazy style. There we go. That's what I needed to do. More like this, more like this. I just chucked it. This will never work for me. I'm not saying it's not going to work for SpaceX, but I'm just not a good enough BFR pilot, apparently. I'll admit, I'm not a computer. I'm not the computer I told you guys. Disable RCS for pitch raw. I want all of them. Docking mode. I don't know how to use docking mode. What do I look like? Calrissian? Lando? Docking mode. I actually have zero experience with docking mode. So if I were to use that, it would most certainly screw me up. Thank you, Evan, for coming in for the butt to butt. I really appreciate the super chat. Everyone give Evan a round of applause. I love it. You made it just in time for the world's sloppiest butt to butt. It's just not working out for me very well. Are my engines too? No, they're fine. Oh. So I gotta figure out how to get my nose. It wants my nose to be, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna try this manually. That's what I'm gonna do. Screw all this, not manually, but like more manually. I'm not gonna lie. This thing does not handle very well. I designed a terrible spaceship. Come on, baby. There we go. I want to air on that side. I might need to turn that other one off to stop. Oh, that might be the problem here. You just stay however you are. Don't try to dink around. There. Is that what you guys were saying about turning off RCS? Because if so, you were right again. Okay, backing up. We're doing it one more time, and then I gotta go. First we're going to fly like this, then we're going to fly like this. Now we're going to fly towards it. Okay, here we go. We're lined up, nice and smooth, like a baby giraffe. Alright. We're going to quick save because we have a nice, pretty clean looking rendezvous potentially here. Am I controlling it from this one? I am, right? Looks like it. I might need to turn on fine control. I didn't want to because it like really weakens the RCS to the point of almost being pointless. Oh, come on, come on. We had it. It looks so nice and graceful. Come on. Come on, just do it. Stop being a piece of cabbage and just get in there. Get in there and do your job. Ramming speed. Go. Commence docking sequence. Oh, I wonder if they're just not going to work because of the other wings. Can we count this? Does this count? I mean, they're physically touching butt to butt. I'm nervous those wings are just getting in the way. It's not the engine bells. I think it's the wings, the winglets. Disable SAS. I will right now. I don't like this idea. Oh. Okay, I like this idea. Disable SAS might have been the best idea yet. Is there a way to remove a part in orbit without just breaking it? I wish I could roll up the wings. That'd be great. Sean, how you doing, bud? Oh, man. This sort of counts. I think I just need to make it so my stupid elevators don't ruin everything. We are physically touching. We are one. We are unioned. I don't think it's catching on the doors. I think it's catching on the elevators here. The elevators are catching on the payload bay right there. See that clippy part? Surprise butt dog bonus. Thank you. Wild. Of course I'm ready for the launch on the 7th. I'll even have a new webcam. It'll actually be a micro Four Thirds studio camera, so it'll look nice instead of this crappy webcam that I have. I'll be ready. We're taking things up a level every time we do something here. Well, I say we give up on this for now, and let's go. We'll have to redesign something. Let's just try to see if we can land. Which one has the right control? I think that's this one. We're gonna land our original one. Bye. Before I have to go, because I have to leave in a tizzy soon. Let's also not worry about landing it back at, Kerbal. Well, maybe we'll try. Oh, I am late now. Let me text real quick. All right. Oh, past Kerbal Space Center. Try opening the bay. It wouldn't matter. It's not the bay. It was the wings. Christopher, how are you? And we might have a beautiful dawn landing this time. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and flip around here. This is probably too late for a proper. We're probably doing this wrong, but whatever. I don't know what the re-entry profile should be like at all. Probably coming in way too late, actually. I have a feeling we actually have to go steeper than this even. We probably should have started on the opposite side of Kerbal. I'm still going to do this. Yeah, it was the wings. The wings are the problem. On the next version, we'll make sure those are not like that. That's exactly what we'll do. Alright, well, let's do this. Let's see if we can survive landing this thing. We have a good amount of, we have a nice amount of Delta V left. So that's good. Alright. Let's do it. I technically landed. It just was on a slope, so. Alright. Gonna speed up the boring part. Nobody needs to see this part. Once it catches fire and gets spicy, then we'll go ahead and slow down. How am I looking here? Oh, I gotta bleed off a lot of speed. I have to bleed a lot of speed off. I'm gonna go right past Kerbal Space Center. I just about guarantee it. What do you want to bet? We are gonna go zip zapping right past it. So what we're gonna do something controversial that most Kerbals wouldn't try. But this Kerbal does. This is called being really stupid. Also a little bit of this. We probably only need 600 or so meters per second. This might be getting closer. Hey, Paul! Thank you. Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate that. You're right. We did maybe do the first BFR butt-to-butt-ish docking, kind of. We really, really, really want to get lower, though, right now. That's our primary concern. And bleed off a lot of speed. It actually flies pretty... Uh-oh! What's blown up? I don't like things blown up. Was that something important? Let's find out. What is it again? F3? Oh, solar panels. We don't need those. We're done with those. Right? Watching like they're vital at this very last second for some reason. Whee! We are going to fly right past it. Commence this crazy sequence. Uh-oh. That might be a phone call that I need to take. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start our crazy... we're going to zero out some velocity here. We're going to ditch this thing in the ocean, apparently. Okay, nope, we're not. We're doing one more chance. One more chance. One more chance. We're going to go ahead and scrub off more velocity this time. Come up a little bit shorter so we don't have to do so many crazy maneuvers. Sure. Alright, last chance, and then I have to go. I have... Oh. I might have to go right now. Hold on. This might be important. Okay, we'll just finish up here, guys, and then I have to go. For multiple reasons, actually. I get obsessed with this stuff and I can't stop. It's your guys' fault. Oh, this is a good re-entry song. This will help us re-enter. That was our problem. We were like a slow re-entry song. Nobody's surviving that stuff. You know what? Just because that looks like it'll be pretty, I'm going to point it at target because that's about the perfect glide angle right now, actually. Hey, we'll see you, Sean. Thanks for joining. No, that wastes fuel. Alright. And for sure, I might get back to this later tonight. Maybe not. Maybe I'll edit this and put it online. Because I normally don't actually post these afterwards. But maybe I will. Do you guys want me to post this afterwards? I just don't know if this is like high enough quality yet. We didn't do anything awesome with it, really. Deploy the solar panels. Oh, this is looking about perfect, guys. I should probably quick save right here even, just so I can pop back to it later. Probably not today, but later. Yeah, that's looking good. Just as long as we land even in this field here, I'll be happy. Alright, you all asked for it. I'll post it. I'll get it up later tonight when I get back. Alright, here we go. We're going to get as close as we can to Kerbal Space Center. We actually might need to lower ourselves. That's surprising. I didn't think we'd have to bleed off any more velocity, but looks like we do. There we go. Now we're talking. I actually still have a surprising amount of control with this thing, which is shocking. I didn't think I would. Okay, now before it gets too late, I'm gonna go ahead and do our flip maneuver. But I do have to get our elevators ready to go backwards. Okay, we survived the flip maneuver. Get that landing gear out. Go surface. Get out of my face. Quick save right here. I don't want these engines on. Just that last one. Quick save again, so we don't waste time if I want to get back into this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1. Make sure one landing gear's out. And full throttle again. Radial out. Oh no. Well, we can land it. We can land it sometime, but I have to go, guys. I have to go. I really do have to go. Thank you guys for joining me. This was a lot of fun. We'll get back to this. We'll make a nice and highly refined BFR in the near future, and we'll try to get it so we can actually reuse everything and do all the fun stuff that BFR is going to do, including butt-to-butt docking. I think that's a pretty integral part. So I can only land with Meg. What are you talking about? I can land. You got to see my other videos. All right, thank you guys so much. I had a lot of fun. Hey, check out if you want to see me land. I landed one time on the VAB with the space shuttle on its tail. So, boom. Check that out. It's an old one, so it'll be crap quality, but here we go. Well, thanks, guys. I gotta head out. Have a wonderful day. That does it for me. I'm Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, bringing space down to Earth for everyday people.
I think we all dreamt about going to space when we were kids. But when the space shuttle program ended in 2011, I discovered a void in my life. That emptiness led to a newfound obsession with space. A few years later, I wound up bidding on a Russian spacesuit as a joke. When the box arrived at my doorstep, my friends asked, "What are you going to do with a spacesuit?" The answer? What can't I do with a spacesuit? That's how Everyday Astronaut was born. Since then, the suit hasn't left my side. It's even gone around the world with me. From remote villages in Myanmar,
Rockets and spaceships.
to beautiful fields in Norway.
I'm fighting a cow to get a picture right now.
Here I am on vacation in the beautiful Norway with my beautiful boyfriend.
I even proposed to my wife in the suit at Machu Picchu in Peru. These days I work with leaders in the space industry to create fun and inspirational content. I've even been invited to different NASA facilities across the country, all for the sake of sharing my excitement with the world.
Hey there, it's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but NASA is doing some incredible...
This is church for us space nerds. This is where Gene Kranz was sitting when people first met him. This is with permission. I still don't know how. I love that I'm standing on something that says urine bags. This thing's gonna fly like a cat and eat. Whatever that means. That dog's gonna have a sore throat by the end of the day, I'll tell you that. Especially once he tries to explain to his friends that he just saw an astronaut flying majestically through the sky for an hour. This thing has officially become the bane of my existence.
Everyday Astronaut's mission is to bring space down to Earth for everyday people, to communicate science through humor and imagination, but most importantly, to spark your curiosity, to want to find your place in the cosmos. Join my adventures as I seek to find out why exploring space is important, inspiring, and quite frankly, really, really neat. Show your support by visiting patreon.com/everydayastronaut.